This investigation started in the Valley when a former soldier admitted that he buried toxic chemicals on a U.S. military base. So we traveled across the world to hear South Korea to uncover the truth. But what we found was a disturbing pattern of the U.S. military burying toxins in this country.
This scene is played out at U.S. military bases throughout South Korea. Activists upset about possible contamination caused by the U.S. military.
We're here at Camp Casey where there's a protest going on. We were approached by military police. They asked for our ID and who we were with. We were concerned because it appeared that they were reporting us to someone.
The U.S. has had a presence on military bases in South Korea since the end of the Korean War in the 1950s. And what was once viewed as a humanitarian effort is now being questioned.
There is some concern, but it's in the back of your mind.
Even U.S. soldiers here don't know what to believe. This soldier currently stationed at Camp Carroll asked we not identify him.
We're keeping the newspaper articles just in case years down the road we have medical issues, and we're doing it just to cover ourselves, just in case the scientists and the technology that they're using is incorrect.
But the issue extends beyond just one camp.
I'm standing along the Imjin River just a few miles from the North Korean border, the very spot where one veteran says he ordered his soldiers to spray Agent Orange.
We sprayed Agent Orange there on both the north and the south side of the river.
Former Army Engineer Battalion Captain Phil Stewart says he ordered soldiers to spray 300 to 500 drums of Agent Orange and other chemicals back in 1968 and 1969.
At the time, what did they tell you about Agent Orange?
Totally safe, won't hurt you. It's just to kill the weeds. You can take a bath in it, you can drink it, you can brush your teeth with it.
The U.S. military admits only this.
We do have very good records that of Agent Orange entering Korea in 1968, 380 barrels, and eventually being transferred over to the Rock First Army and used for use along the DMZ.
Army Colonel Joseph Birchmeyer says the defoliant was needed to keep North Koreans from crossing to the south.
They used all the Agent Orange that was brought into Korea at that point. And in fact, the reports indicate that they didn't have enough Agent Orange to complete the mission. They were assigned along the DMZ.
But Stewart argues they also sprayed around Camp Ethan Allen and Camp Peterson, where he was stationed.
This is what used to be Camp Peterson. It's now turned into a grocery store, but we're told that the helicopters would land here, fuel up, and from here they would go over and spray Agent Orange across Korea.
We did a lot.
But you were following orders at the time.
Yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that the government knew, the Department of Defense knew that there were dangerous properties to those chemicals. And they hid it, they lied about it, and they're still lying about it.
Now imagine having to take all of those emotions and go before Congress. That's essentially what one Valley veteran had to do when he shared his story with the Korean National Assembly.
There was no military cavalry.
Thank you for your brave decision. Thank you.
Only two former soldiers standing up for what they believe to be right.
I hope the Korean people can forgive me for my part.
Veteran Phil Stewart testified that he ordered soldiers to spray Agent Orange on and around military bases. This directly disputes the U.S. government's claim that Agent Orange was only used along the DMZ.
Members of the Assembly, those statements by the United States government are not true.
Assembly members expressed concern and distrust. One political leader told the veterans that the Korean government believed the excess Agent Orange had been burned at sea. Until now.
They haven't told the truth since way back then.
It seems that the U.S. forces in Korea are not willing to pursue this in a fast manner, so I believe the U.S. Congress and National Assembly of Korea should join forces and investigate this issue.
It's up to you to take it the rest of the way, so we can get some answers for the Korean people and the Americans.
Digging for facts on a story that's based half a world away is challenging. Add to it a military that doesn't want you asking questions and a torrential downpour, and things don't always go as planned.
There was no way to predict a deadly storm would pound South Korea and Asia.
Mother Nature has not done us any favors. Complete roads have been washed away, so we can't drive to Camp Carroll. We're on a train heading there right now.
We're here, but we're having a problem getting inside the base.
Yeah, hold on one second. Here it is. Security guard here. This guys won't let me in, sir.
They made us wait in the car across the street. We're literally not allowed to get out of the car. This is very controlled.
Go, David.
There are many more of these behind-the-scenes moments. Head to kpho.com. We've uploaded a ton of raw video plus personal photos straight from the front lines of this investigation. We'll be right back.